Topic number two, Riley Jamal Davis. Please lead the way.
On our next topic on Sleeper Psychics, we will predict the top 10 Kim defenses. Now,
Yes,
this
sir.
one, in my opinion, is a lot tougher to do than the offenses based on. There's two constants. I think Houston, Tennessee are my locks one and two. But beyond that, even the teams that have done well in recent years, Duke and St. John's, for instance, I have more question marks than normal about their defense.
Yeah, that's fair to say. All right, just for reference here, I will give you the top 10 defense from last season. Obviously, things change, but you have Houston 1, Tennessee 2. I'm sorry, Houston 1, St. John's 2, Tennessee 3, Michigan State 4, Duke 5, Florida, then Maryland, St. Mary's, Auburn, and Texas A&M round out the top 10. Kansas, Michigan, Iowa State, UCLA, all teams just outside of there. So I think we can safely say Houston will be the best defensive team again, correct?
Yeah, I feel good about that.
Okay, so that we'll take the layup here to get us going early. Houston will be number one. Now things change a little bit here. Like there's a lot of changes with a lot of teams that are going to be where they're at defensively.
I just think Rick Barnes has told us who he is year in, year out. I think Tennessee has to be two. They bring back Felix Okpara, so they have their consistency at the as a rim protector. At the point of attack, it's going to look different without your boy Zakai Ziegler, but I just
I want to say though, not to cut you off, Gillespie's an underrated defender. He's
so
underrated. I think he's going to be good.
yeah, I do too. I think Ament at least has the length, even if there's going to be a learning curve with a freshman. Jalen Carey is at least physical. Again, it's just the pedigree here. We have half a decade plus of this with Rick Barnes having top five defenses. I think out of respect and out of what history has told us, let's put them at two.
Yeah, I feel good about that. I would like to make a pitch for my Spartans being third on this list.
I will hear you out on it.
So I think they had now obviously you don't have guys like Jaden and Jace on the wing, right? But I think that Cohen Carr improves as a defender. Jeremy Fears is a good defender. The metrics say Carson Cooper is one. I just think that obviously I'm pushing for them at three. I think it might be a little bit high. I'll hear you out on it. I do think they are going to be a top 10 defense once again, just because it's Michigan State and Tom Izzo, and I think they'll have the pieces to do it enough. But I mean, I'd listen to some other teams. I also thought about Florida at this spot. Like, I still think that in the front court, they're just going to be so physical and hard to score on and have the versatility. Now, at the guard position, you know, a little bit of defensive question marks there.
Mhm.
But I don't know. A lot of changes that make defense a lot harder than offense, to your point.
Right. Yeah, I want to get I love Florida. They are my Gators, but I might have to say get them out of there for the top 10. I just think Elijah Martin was so important to what they did at the point of attack last year. Boogie Flan could get there. I think he's going to be asked to do so much like shot creation that you might not see him maximize on the defensive side of things, and I don't really think Xavier Lee can check.
Mhm.
So that was my rationale for not putting Florida there. I want Michigan State in the top 10. Here, I'll give you some teams that I think I would like on this list.
Mhm.
Michigan State, Arkansas, Kansas. I think all will have a case for it. I think Arkansas, when you have Trevon Brazile as the weak side shot blocker, you have Carter Knox, who improved a ton as a defender. And then I think Malik Ewan is especially switchable. And I believe Cal will take advantage of his shot blocking ability more than Leonard Hamilton did, to where I think they should probably be like at least toward the back half of the top 10. And then there's also one more that I would like on this list that I think you're going to push back on, but I will make a case.
Who
San Diego State.
with Guaf and Miles Bird and the rest of the team?
And
Yeah.
they Pharaoh Compton, and they have a really short.
Can I proactively just put San Diego State at 10?
Yeah, we can put them at 10. I think they'll be higher, but I'll throw them at 10.
All right, I'm sorry, and I admit that it's personal for me.
Can I tell you this will I don't know if this will keep you lower on them or make you think that they'll be a little higher. They have a point guard this year named Sean Newman Jr. who's 6'1", 160, which is like you know that if Brian Dutcher is going to do one thing, he's going to have a little tiny guard who's super annoying on defense. And it's like Darian Trammell when they went to the national title game. But I will allow them being at
No,
10.
you know what ticks for me. That gets them to number eight.
Okay. All right. Sweet. So we got San Diego State at number 8.
Yeah. All
Um,
right, now looking at you know what? So, all right, some teams that I think maybe could make their way up. I just don't know if they're as high as three. I think Michigan's going to be real good defensively with
I do as
Yaxel in that
well.
front court. I don't know if we want to have them at third. I think Iowa State will once again be good. Taman Lipsey at the point of attack. Joshua Jefferson. They'll have other guys on that team to be good. UCLA is UCLA. I think they're going to have a case for that as well. To your point, Arkansas is definitely going to be up there as well. Does St. John's still going to be good defensively? And also, Buzz might just do the buzz ball thing with Maryland, and they might be
Yeah,
good defensively as well. So.
that's that's not a bad shout. Man, as I'm looking at this, I'm kind of like, do we just bank on Izzo getting the Spartans to number 3? This St. John's team does not feel like a top 5 defense. I feel like I want to put them in the 6, 7 range.
Except, okay, what about Duke?
Duke, I have too many questions with Pat Gongba and Malik Brown as your center rotation.
Yeah,
They're
that's
both
fair.
injury prone. They're not Malawatch, and I love Cam Boozer. Don't clip that, but he's not the defender that Cooper Flag was. Like nowhere near. I don't think. I think he's a
Yeah,
good defender, but like having that at the Flag and Malawatch at the 4-5 was elite.
yeah, okay. All right, I want to make an executive decision here. I'm going to go Michigan third and
I'm good
Michigan
with that.
State four.
I'm good with that.
Let's go ahead and go with that. Shout out to you, Greg. I think you guys will be good defensively. And I know he would have made that shot. Honestly, a good amount of Big Ten teams could make this, to be
Can we
honest with
put
you.
Can we put Arkansas fifth?
We could put Arkansas fifth.
Okay, so 6. I guess we can put St. John's there. You
Yeah,
can't drop them too.
they'll still be good.
So then 7. Do you want to put Kansas with Flory?
Trying to think if we're missing anybody else here.
I think Virginia has a case. Ryan Odom had a top 30 defense last year at VCU, and they have a massive front line with Thee DeRitter and
What about
Bruno.
UCLA at seven?
Oh, I'm good with UCLA.
Let's go with UCLA at seven, and let's go with Virginia at nine. Back to
Okay.
Virginia ball.
So then
We
at
have
number,
one spot left at 10.
okay, so Iowa State could make a case because of their system, but they also have Blake Buchanan at their 5, and he's not particularly
Blake
scary.
Buchanan's their five.
Yeah,
Oh yikes!
it's bleak. St. Mary's has been top 15 the past 5 years. That we could go a system fit there. Could go Kansas with Flory. Low key, I could make a case for North Carolina with the Vsar and Wilson front court plus Seth Trimble at the point of attack. Hubert has coached a top 10 defense with his back against the wall before. Uh, the last one, Texas Tech could get there. They have good positional size. But the last wild card, I would say, like there might be a world where Chris Beard turns back the clock. You got Malik Dia and James Scott in the front court. That's
Yeah.
a pretty imposing duo.
I feel like at 10, I'd like to go with a system play here and just go St. Mary's.
Yeah, St. Mary's definitely feels like the safest.
All right, so our Ken Palm top 10 defenses for next year, predictive wise, sleeper psychics. One Houston, two Tennessee, three Michigan, four Michigan State, five Arkansas, six St. John's, seven UCLA, eight San Diego State, nine Virginia, and 10 St. Mary's. I feel like we did it. That was a lot harder than offense, but I feel like we did the best that we could do.
Agreed.